Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How are you all doing? So as per my promise, I'm again here with a new training altogether. And this training is about leads. I'm for leads. Yeah. And leads are crucial for any of your business because leads leads to sales, right? So all you are ready. I'm going to talk about how I generated 174 leads from one of my ads, and people have shown interest like anything, and that is why this particular training has been designed. And now I'm going to deliver this only for those people who are really interested to know how I did this. And it's no magic. I'd say it's no magic. It's a process which I'm going to talk about in this particular training. So I'm all set. I would like you to put in hashtag live if you're seeing me, watching me live from anywhere in the world. If maybe because of some other reasons you could not watch it live and you are now seeing it later on in the recording form, so at that time please do mention as hashtag replay or recording, so that I know you were not able to present because of some reasons. But okay, I'm open for any kind of a questions, whether you are live or whether you are seeing it recording. You can put it in the comments and keep on interacting with me, right? So I'm all here for this particular topic, in which I'm going to share my secrets. And I would say there is no secret to anything in this world, but still there is a process which I'm going to talk about. And this particular training is all about how I generated 174 leads from one single act. And this is all for that. So get ready and I'm going to share it. So I would be requesting every one of you to, if you want to come on the camera, please switch on your cameras and do come live with me, interact, ask questions. After the session, I'll be having a Q&A as well related to leads, specifically because this particular training is a short and crisp one. I'll be doing it right away. So welcome once again. And here I go. So, okay. So this is the training, right? Now I'm going to start with the leads. So what do you understand by a lead? Anyone? If you want to put it in the comments, I'll be happy. Maybe I'll not be able to see an answer to you immediately, but if you want to have a question answered immediately, be on the call, open your camera, be with me, and post this training is done, I'll be taking all your questions. So thank you so much. So let's talk about leads. So the topic is, for what I have generated this training as, how I generated 174 leads. So I want to talk first about what is a lead. Lead, a crucial pre-stage of sales. I define it as well, right? Because sales only happens to the people who are your qualified leads. So before going to qualified leads, I just want to have a little bit discussion about what is a lead. So in my words, simple words, I call it a crucial pre-stage of sales. And you must be knowing, if you are interacting with me for some time now, I make business simpler. I want to make business simpler because I have done it for me and for all my people who are working with me. So nothing complicated, nothing complex. Make your life easier by making your systems easier and simple so that you can act, everybody can be benefited out of. So let's talk about again leads. So leads are something, as I said, what are leads? Leads are something which leads to sales. Now we are talking about coaching business specifically. And in this coaching business, it's B2C, business to consumer, right? So there are people in this world. And since this online coaching is all about doing work through internet and online apparatus, online technologies and everything. So what I'm trying to tell you is, this world is full of people, right? Now people are there in this world. You have to bring them in your funnel, right? These are called leads. People from the outside world coming to your world, they are leads. Making it simpler. Understand? Now you will say there are a number of people in this world. Again, I write. Let's say I'm talking about India. India has a population of 142 million now. Now, are they all your customers? I don't think so. But they are in this world. Now you have to put some filter, put some screening, so that out of those people, your relevant people come to your world, and that is called leads. Am I simple? Right. Now let's talk about some of the myths which is talked about a lead. There are people who are, and there are companies, even big companies, who are selling your email IDs. They are selling contact numbers, details, and maybe profiles as well. Now, I would like to ask you, are they your leads? So let's understand what myth is all which is talked about a lead. So people call any person who may or may not be a customer a lead. It could be a phone number, it can be an email ID, it could be a social media profile or anything. So let's understand whether that lead is exactly a lead, or that lead, that particular number or the social media profile or the email ID, is it fitting to your ideal customer avatar? Let's say, I just give you a very vague example. A child who is going to a nursery or class 1, is that particular child or the parent of the child a lead for a college who is running a graduate program? Although that is a number, that is a profile, that is an email ID. But is it making sense? No way. So that number, since it is not fitting in your customer avatar, ideal customer avatar, is not at all your lead, right? So what are they? They are just a piece of information, right? Those numbers, those email IDs, and those social media profiles, they are just a piece of information which is not relevant to you. So that is not a lead for you, because it is not fitting into your ideal customer avatar. They are of no use to you as of now, right? You get that? Fair. Now let's talk about, you understood. I have seen people buying a lot of data from some of the companies. Let's say people are selling data of top CEOs. People are selling data of HR executives. People are selling data of maybe purchase managers so that you go and reach there. But the only point I want to tell you is, I'm not against buying data or doing business. See, every business has a model. Everybody business has a feasibility to make money. What I'm trying to tell you is, since we are into coaching business, right? Not everybody is going to be a customer. Not everybody is going to be a lead. And the myth which I busted is, not everything, every number is going to be a lead. So a lead is only making sense to you when they fits into your customer avatar, maybe for today or maybe for tomorrow. Mind it. Maybe for today or maybe for tomorrow. That is a lead. Now let's understand what a lead is. A lead is someone who may be your probable customer today or tomorrow, as I said. A lead is someone who is fitting in your customer avatar, and you think that this person may be your probable customer in the morrows, in future. And that future you cannot decide on your own, because it depends on multiple other parameters, right? Whether the person is ready or not, whether they're needing it or not, the pain is to that extent or not. Maybe there are so many reasons and factors around it, right? So in other words, a lead is somebody who is looking for something which you can fulfill as a coach, right? I repeat, a lead is somebody, because we are talking about coaching business and it's B2C. So there is a person who is looking for something which you can fulfill as a coach. You can help them as a coach. So now there are two things in this world. Either they have a problem and you have a solution to it. So you understand the problem as a coach and you give them the solution, right? Or you can help them, although they might be in a very good position, but they want to upgrade, upscale, or they want to achieve something more. So these are the desires. So how you can help them? By solving their pain or by achieving their desired results in the future, right? So these are the two things. So as a coach, you are going to fulfill. Now, this is what you are thinking, right? This is what your perspective is. Understand? So I've penned down everything very in simple words so that it is very simple to you, and it is now going to be in your mind so that you can act towards it and do better, right? Now, understand from the customer perspective. This is what you are looking for, right? You have created your customer persona, like these are the ideal customers with you want to work, correct? Now, you have already researched, maybe, if not, please do that. You have already researched that what kind of a pain they are going through, right? Or what would be their desires. Let's say somebody is earning $20,000 a month and they have a dream to create and go to $100,000 a month. That is a desire. Are you able to do that for them? These kind of people would again become your leads, right? Or if somebody is a starter and they want to $1,000 a month, if you are ready to do that, if you understand their problems and their reasons why they're not able to do, if you can help them, they become your leads. Now that is your perspective of looking at your customers, your leads. Now understand from the customer's perspective, which nobody talks about. Understand how a customer is thinking in his mind and how he or she is perceiving you, right? Let's understand that. So we all are human beings, right? Anyone, me, you, and our customers, they want to learn or they want to get a solution from somebody who is an expert. Mind it. Everybody wants to get a solution from somebody who is an expert. Let's say if I'm doing coaching business, if I've been considered as a coach, people will like to learn from me, right? Not from anybody else. Understand the fact. You go to the doctor because you assume that this is a person who has read that particular subject. If he is a ENT specialist or he is a dental doctor or it is a heart specialist, whatever field they are working, we go to those people who are really expert in their own domains, right? So here also the customer, now we are talking about the customer's perspective. A customer wants to learn or get a solution or want to upgrade himself from a person whom he sees as an expert, right? Why? To get the best results of it. Everybody wants to get the best results, right? And how? Because they want to learn from somebody who is an expert on that. Now you will say in this crowd, so everywhere there is a crowd, everywhere there is a competition. You cannot tell me a single thing, exceptions apart, like iPhone doesn't have a competitor as of now in the technology which they are working on. But these are very exceptions. Otherwise, everywhere you will be finding competitions. Right now, in this crowd of numerous coaches and experts, how are you going to stand out exclusively? How can you be exclusive so that people come to you? Right? So the biggest reality of this world is nothing is secret in this world. I've seen people talking about my this secret, my that secret, and there are a number of marketing propaganda, I would say, or marketing gimmicks which is being played. But what I'm saying is there is no secret in this world. Mind it. There is no secret at all. So you have to make it unique by adding your element, right? I'll highlight this as well. You have to make it unique by adding your element to it, right? What is that your element? So everybody is learning from somewhere or the other. We read books, we go to colleges, we read, we grasp something, and we have a fair idea of what we have already learned. So what here in this coaching industry also happens that you learn from somebody. You learn from some courses, you learn from some person, you learn from some organizations to acquire that knowledge. Now, what you have to do is, because you are not the only person who is acquiring that knowledge from that particular person or that particular institute or that particular organization or any certifying agency, right? There are a number of people like you doing the same thing. So if you are going to replicate the same thing, there's nothing unique. It becomes a commodity. You become a commodity. And if you become a commodity, nobody is going to assume you or feel you as an expert, right? It's like, buying a packet of rice from this grocery shop or that grocery shop. It's like buying maybe a toothpaste from this same brand from this shop or that shop, right? So the shop remains, the manufacturer remains the same, but what here, these are all products. These are, I would say, low value products. Here, what you are going to do is you are going to position yourself as a unique identity in this particular industry so that people find you as an expert. So you have to add your element. So what are your elements? Your elements are your knowledge, not only for the core subject, the surroundings, your entire background in which you are going to talk about what you have learned out of your own learnings, what you have done inside your life till now, and how you're going to make it happen, right? So you have to put your element. Mind it, this your element is entirely unique to you. You cannot, copy my stories, right? You cannot copy my learnings. You cannot copy my struggles and wins, right? You can obviously copy something, but you cannot, feel the things which I have already felt, right? So what I'm trying to tell you is, for you to be exclusive, for you to be unique, you have to add your element to it, right? Understood? So that is how it is going to make you unique, right? So a person would seek help from you only when, now how you're going to unique, I tell you, your element. So this your element is now, I have categorized into two basic parts. One, the emotional connection, and the results which you are providing for yourself and people like that, right? So a person would seek help from you only when they are emotionally connected with you. They know you in detail, I would say. They know you in detail. They are emotionally connected with you. And they have also seen the end results for people which you have generated. So everybody wants result. End of the day, what matters is the result. So you may be a good person, you may be a knowledgeable person, you may be a good coach. But if people don't see what results you are providing to people like them, they'll be hesitant to take decisions, right? They'll be hesitant to understand and perceive you as an expert, right? Get that? Now, let's understand what's happening inside their minds. When they see and they connect with you emotionally, as I said, this emotional connection is very much important. So in this, your element, you have to keep on doing certain things which keeps your audience emotionally connected to you, and the end results. Right? These are the two critical parameters for you becoming unique. Now, what happens inside the mind of a customer? Let's say we are also customers to somebody or some product. What happens when we take a decision? And here in coaching industry also the same thing happens. First of all, they accept you as an authority. By seeing all this, they accept you as an authority. Unless and until you become authority, nobody will come to you for learning, right? They accept you as an authority. They find themselves in safe hands. Nobody wants to take a risk, mind it. And they are assured of the outcome. Because of the results which they have already seen, they are assured, because nobody wants to be uncertain. They are assured of the outcome, that this person is capable of helping me. And if I work with that person, I'll be sure of getting success, right? Now, these people are your qualified leads, mind it. So what we have started with what a lead is. We have busted what myths are talking about a lead, what a lead is, and how you are going to be positioning yourself as an exclusive person, and by adding your element to it, right? And this is what happens. And after this, if these things, happen inside a customer's mind, these people become your qualified leads. Got it? These are the people who become your qualified leads. Fair. Now I'll be talking about the 4 steps to generating high quality leads, as I did. And the subject of this training is also how I did that, how I generated 174 leads out of one single act. But this is not a jadoo ki jhappi, or this is not a magical wand that you do once and it is there. You have to do it with a process, right? It's a business, mind it, it's a business. It's not a one-time game. People needs to know you, first of all. So now I'll be talking about the 4 steps to generating high quality leads, right? That is how it is going to happen. There is no simple formula, minded. There is no shortcut to success in this entire world of achieving anything. I may be blunt. You might be feeling blunt, but that is the fact. That is the reality of this world and this life, that nothing come to you for free. Number one, there is no magic behind success unless and until you put efforts. Similarly, if I'm talking about generating leads from one act, there has been multiple acts behind the scene which has been done already, right? So I'm going to talk about these 4 steps to generate high quality leads. Number 1, optimizing your profile to the level of a funnel to attract the right audience. Now, you see everything which we are doing it online, correct? Online, what is your existence and what is your presence? We make accounts, social media accounts, and on the social media accounts, we have a thing called profile. Profile is your address and your identity. So you have to optimize your profile with right kind of an image and graphics to tell people what exactly you do. It's like a one single sentence which would be able to tell you everything. Like this is the example of my own profile image, which I have put in here, where I say that I help coaches minded generate high ticket leads on demand through simple organic marketing. As simple as that. You should be able to tell in 10 to 15 seconds. That's it. If you are able to talk about yourself in 10 to 15 seconds, that means you are done. Correct? So first thing is optimizing your profile to the level of a funnel. When I say funnel, as I said in the initial stage, where I've shown you this diagram of leads, these are the people who are in this world. There are so many people. You have to bring them into your world, which is called funneling, right? So this funneling should be done through your profile as well. Correct? Make sense? You can keep on adding your comment. Yes, if you like it, put some fire emojis if you are really finding it useful, right? And I'll keep on going. Fair. Now, this is my optimized profile, which is shown here as an example. You can go to my profile and see other things as well. Here, I would add more towards it by sharing my profile again live with you, that only the profile page is not required. You have to do something more than that, right? So let me share that. So if I go to my profile here, you can see this is the profile banner, which I call it. I've already put in my image and the one-liner statement, what I do exactly. People don't need to guess what I do, right? This is the first step of doing it, profile optimization. Then second is here, your intro, what you are, whatever you have already written here, that's okay. In addition to that, what you are doing and how you are bringing those people from the outside world to your world by asking them to join your Facebook group. So here, if you see, I have written intro, which is if you want to grow on a fast track organically, join my Facebook group and link in bio. And this is the link in bio, this link. This is the link to the group wherein I'm inviting the people from the outside world coming to my world, right? That is called funneling. So your profile should be able to funnel those people from the outside world to your world, correct? Now, you can see the profile, you can see simple things. There is nothing which, distracts you from understanding what I do and how I'm doing it. There is one simple link in which I'm inviting people from the outside world to the inside world, right? Now, you see here, below that, you have featured section, right? This acts as a landing page where you can show your testimonials. Like I have shown text testimonials. You can see there are 27 text testimonials. There are multiple videos. I have only put 3 here. Then you have some guest appearances. Then you have merit awards and your life as well as, and since I have been an author as well, I have showed what all books I have written. So if somebody wants to go to your profile, they'll not only go here, when they come down, they'll see what this person is about to show. So they see here multiple testimonials, right? And these are the real testimonials, screenshots taken from WhatsApp and other social media, right? So there are multiple things which you can showcase. Similarly, if you go to this video testimonials, you can see multiple testimonials here, right? There are people who are talking good about you and all those things, correct? Now, similarly, I have seen some special guest appearances. Let's say you have been invited by somebody, right? So there are multiple things happening in your life, in your business. So if you are invited as a guest or something, you can showcase here. That builds your credibility. Let's say I have been invited on a podcast show. I had been invited in a, something like that, some guest appearance on different people's shows as a speaker or something. That builds your credibility, right? Something like that. So that is what you can add here. I'll show some more. Like I've been speaking on stages, multiple stages I've spoken to. So I can showcase it all here, right? Similarly, so the awards which I've already got, I can show here multiple awards which I have received from different agencies or different institutions, right? So what all these things are doing? These things are adding to my credibility. As I said, you need to be an authority in your industry so that people start listening to you, right? So these are the things which you need to do on your profile. Let's go back to the presentation. Now, second thing is the step 2. Step 1 is clear. If it is clear, please say yes. I'll go to the step 2. Now keep adding relevant content to build and keep on adding to your credibility. Credibility is not one thing that you have built. It has to be, in an up and running stage. Let's say if you don't do it, people will think like you have stopped doing or working in the same domain or what. So you have to keep on showing up all the day, all the time, every day, consistently. And that has to be done by some strategy, right? So what you would be needing is strategy and consistency. Now I'll again show you what I'm doing in my profile live. So there is a pin post, but let's say I'm doing something like this. I'm sharing my failures and my challenges, right? I'm showing how I have built a business so fast. I'm showing how I got rid of the fear of not earning or something like that. I'm showing what happened when I cried or something like that. So these are some emotional posts which I've already done. Correct? Then some offers which I'm running, something related to that, some trainings which I've been doing. So people are in some testimonials which people have given me. People are happy with my services and my customers are talking about it, right? Some lifestyle things which I keep on. Let's say I went on a trip recently. I showed some pictures here, something like that. So there are a number of things which I'm doing. On Independence Day, I was on a trip and I made a video wherein I'm with a flag near a hillside and I'm doing this. So people want to see what exactly you are doing. This is what I did. I defined Independence Day in my own words, right? Similarly, there are so many things you can go and check on my profile, what exactly I'm doing, and people are liking it, right? I got a certificate from the copyright office for my newly published book, and I showcased here. So any achievement which you want to show, anything which is going in your life, people want to know about it. And that is the secret. And again, I said there's nothing secret. That is what you are going to showcase to your people so that they know you. Some testimonials, something like that. Correct? Make sense? So this is the second step which I told you, that you need to keep on doing the heavy things which are very simple to do on your profile so that your people are knowing more about you and they start interacting with you. Going back again. So strategy and consistency, this is what I have done. Now let's go to the step 3, which is the multiplying collaboration. This is the simplest way to do it. How you are going to add it to your credibility and authority. See, as I said, anybody who understands and perceives you as an expert, they are only going to come to you to learn, correct? As a coach. So you have to build your credibility and authority. So the simplest and the best thing is to do collaboration. Now, again, I'm getting into one step lower to it. When I say collaboration could be of multiple things. But here in our coaching business, the best thing is bring somebody credible for an interview on your show, or you be on someone's show as a credible guest. As simple as that. And there are so many people. If you start talking to them on their comments and everything, if you ask them, they definitely would be saying yes to it, right? I have not faced any problem when people have approached me for an interview, right? So this is the simple things. Collaboration to build your authority is the best way to build your authority faster. Collaborate with somebody who is maybe of the same domain, may not be of the same domain. That doesn't matter at all. The only thing is there should be some credibility factor to that person as well. And obviously, when you are going to add and talk on a particular subject, try to talk on the subject which your audience is looking for. Or maybe the person who is interviewing you, it has to be a combined effort of people of those nature who are their audience or your audience. It has to be a combine of both the things. So that is how you are going to build your authority. Make sense? Fine. Now, number 4 step, which is to do events. So This interview, I don't consider it as an event because this is something which is going to help you add. Although there are people who consider it as an event, but an event is defined as something which is fetching you direct customers. Even this interview shows do fetch some leads. But when you talk about one particular topic as an event to help your audience get out of some problems, or as I said, to upscale their business or anything which relates to your customers' needs, that becomes an event. So what you have to do is, as I said, there could be multiple spheres to doing events. What you can do is, you can do live shows on a particular topic on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and there whatever channels you are using where your audience are dwelling. Mind it, you have to do events on the channels, the platform where you think by the analysis of the data where your audience are dwelling, right? So that they can see you. The point is, then unless and until they know you, they see you, how they are going to know about you, right? Then there are workshops or challenges, can be 2 days, 3 days, 5 days, up to 30 days. People are doing it, right? These are events. So on these events, there are people who are directly coming because they know that you are going to give them some knowledge. You're going to help them with some kind of a solution which they are going through, right? And the third is audio events on LinkedIn. This is the fastest and the simplest way, which goes from 60 minutes to 90 minutes. And audio events is simple because you don't have to even get ready. You can, there is no camera. Since it's an audio event, it's only the mic which is working and people are listening to your audio events, right? So anyone who has registered for this event, any of the events would be your highly qualified leads. Mind it, when I started, I said a lead is somebody who knows about you, who has a trust already built about you by knowing you, by emotionally getting connected with you because of your content, your posts and everything, all the activities which you are doing on the social medias, right? So they become your highly qualified leads. And this is how I got this 174 leads from a LinkedIn audio event. Now the catch is here. You'd be saying that there are a number of people in this world, right? How come you got only 174 leads? Again, as I said, it depends on the time, geography, needs of the people, your availability, and there are so many factors to it. So here what happens is, not everyone would be buying your services immediately. So as I said, lead is a pre-stage of a sale, right? Now you'd be assuming that out of this, I'm going to sell to so many people. It doesn't happen that way, because the data says that only 3% of the people are ready to buy stuff immediately. Only 3%, right? What about this balance 97%? So what to do with the rest 97%? That is where leads, when I talked about initially, remember, people from the outside world coming to your world. Now, all the people who are coming to your world, they are not immediately ready to buy stuff from you. So what you are going to do with them? You are going to nurture them, right? Nurturing them by inviting them to some place. Here, what I have shown you is, I normally invite people to my Facebook group. This is the banner image of my Facebook group where I talk about lead generation, offer quality, building credibility. Now, what you have to do is, you have to keep adding value regularly in those groups, because there you have brought people from the outside world to your world. So let's say you have invited people from a city to your own house. Let's take the example. When somebody is in your house, what are you going to do? You're going to give them, you are going to welcome them first of all. You're going to serve them with water, tea, snacks, required food, right? And so on. And you are going to again build better relations with them. Slowly and steadily, even if they are first timers, right? That is how you're going to do. And in between, you have to show your results. Keep on telling them that what all you have been doing for people like them. Keep on doing exclusively trainings for them and keep talking to them, asking what they want. Keep doing quizzes and anything and everything which you think like they would be needing. So there would be a time when these people would be ready and a part of your paid system. They'll say, yes, now they have already been nurtured well. They know that you are putting lots of value. They have considered you as an authority. Because you are an authority, you have already done it. You have proved it. You proved it by showcasing your results, what you have produced for yourself and for your customers, right? So after seeing all this, people are in a state of taking a decision where they don't find any fear investing money with you, because there is no money problem. The only problem is losing of money. People fear losing money. That is where the objection comes in. And this is in their heads. So you have to initialize and do all these activities to minimize on these objections. And so this is what I did. I did an audio event, right? There was a host, and along with the host, I chose a particular topic which I found was most relevant to the people in this industry, because most of the coaches, they face difficulty in generating leads. So I found a topic, I talked about a topic to generate leads from Facebook from your digital coaching business, right? This was the topic. I was a speaker, there was a host, and we did it. We promoted this for 2 weeks time, and you can see the numbers here. There are 177 actually. 177 attendees were there who listened to what I spoke, and these people were my high qualified leads, whom I later on approached and started talking to, right? So this is all. This is all. I hope you have liked it. I'll just recap it once again, and I'm open to taking questions as well. I'll recap it again. I started with the leads. The leads are the crucial stage of sales. Then I talked about how you are going to bring people from the outside world to your funnel, which is your own, I would say, world. Then I talked about the myths, which is normally talked about a lead. What exactly a lead is, I talked about that. And how you can be exclusive, because nothing is secret in this world. Everybody knows something or the other about it, but you have to put your element to this world so that you become unique. For that, you need to be emotionally connected and you need to showcase the results. That is how you're going to get a place in the customer's mind. And these people are the people who are now your qualified leads. Now, next I talked about the 4 steps to generating high quality leads. Number 1, optimizing your profile to the level of a funnel, right? Then keep adding relevant content to keep on building your credibility by strategy and consistency. And then I talked about multiplying collaboration, because that is the simplest way to build your authority faster, by bringing somebody on your call or you going to somebody's show as a credible guest. And then to do events, which could be in any form, a live show, workshop, challenge, audio event, and anything like that. And these are the people who are your highly qualified leads. And that is what it is all about. And how I got it is by, doing an audio event on LinkedIn. So that's it. This was the topic, and I hope I have justified your time. It's been around 38 minutes since I started. I look forward to your feedback. If anybody has a question, I'm ready to take that. If not, you can put it in the chat as well, so that I can reply you later on. And thank you so much for being with me. I look forward to another training and your feedback, your takeaways from this one. Thank you so much. Looking forward to you soon. Bye-bye.